We're in my hideout, and I'm rocking with Treehouse ATF.
The fans still gonna love me, man?
Fever runs high. You got the wind in your eyes. Fever runs high. You got the wind in your eyes.
Yeah.
Fever runs high. You got the wind in your eyes. Fever runs high. You got the wind in your eyes.
Yo, yo. Yeah.
Well, my name is Brandon Sadler, but I mean, most people know me by Rising Red Lotus. That's how I create all my work. It's kind of, like my alias, but also like a mantra, metaphor for life, you know? Like the lotus, the roots grow in the bottom of the water, and it's kind of like what we were talking about by like having a past of maybe negative and positive, which would be the mud, the swamp. And my roots are in that swamp, and then you come out on the top. So it's like, I still haven't like, I guess with the name Rising Red Lotus, it's always a state of being in that swamp and not separating yourself from it.
Right.
And not being consumed by it either.
Right.
So, and what I do, I'm an artist of many facets. Most notably, like the murals is how I'm regarded, but I also do comic books. I do exhibitions and galleries, have work in the High Museum. I do a bunch of freelance work that could be like illustrations or graphic design, or I work in movies. Just finished doing work with Black Panther, Marvel before Black Panther. And that was a mural as well, but I'm like kind of all over the place, but in a good way. Yeah, nothing's watered down.
Right.
Usually my daily routine consists of I'll take Sumi for a walk. Like we'll walk down the street, and then I'll come back and I'll have my breakfast and I'll have some tea, and then I get to work, whatever that may be. Some usually it starts with the emails and that bullshit, but then I get into the studio and do my work. But like if I ever get to a point where like, I need some like inspiration or like a nudge out of some kind of rut, then I'll just have some tea, or I'll look at a book while having some tea and like thumb through images of something. Or I also go to the woods, take Sumi to the woods and just kind of walk around, and I'll take tea with me. Tea is always close by. Well, I'm process oriented. Like I need things that have multiple pieces that complete the whole. And that's how I do my work. That's how I live my life. That's how just life is, And so like, it's taken me a long time, but I've gotten to a place now where there's synergy and there's like connectedness with how I eat, how I dress, how I live, how I treat people, how I treat myself, the things I create, and there's some cracks here and there where like, you don't do what you feel like you should, but I feel like I've become very aware of like the pieces that create the whole. And so that's why I like tea, where it's like, it's a process where I have to put everything out, and I just focus on the task that I'm at. And it's less about the end result and more about like, how you get there. And it's hard sometimes because like, as much as I say, I'm process oriented and I respect the process, it's very easy to lose sight. And a lot of times that's one of the things that like make people so frustrated with things is like they forget that it's journey,
Yeah.
whatever it is, you know. Oddly enough, I mean, I thrive under that. Like if you want to see me like in a very low state, give me nothing to do. Yeah, yeah. If you want to see me like depressed and like a shitty person, like give me absolutely nothing to do, and I'll be that.
Yeah.
Like I thrive under like having many things to do because I don't know. I've developed some ability to work very quickly, but with a high quality, and I'm happy about that. Like I like having a lot of things to do.
It's almost like an adrenaline. at
Well,
times.
yeah, it's an excitement. It makes me feel like I'm living up to my purpose of sorts, you know. And I don't know. You can't really like when you find out like what you want out of life and what you're supposed to do. You can't really do anything other than that, and anything else that isn't that just kind of makes you feel like crap.
Right.
Back, but I've been doing a lot of like boxes that you can store tea in, and like tea related furniture, just like things that kind of provide my artwork to people that can use it. You know what I mean? And like, so I've been doing that, and I'm in the process of I guess marketing those things. In terms of like shows, nothing on the horizon right now. I'm kind of just doing a lot of like commissions and freelance stuff right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm always open to like, you know, substantial projects and, you know, things that people may think I fit into. I get phone calls daily, which is good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah. I mean, you were here.